So next question, also from John, says, how would you try to keep your B back in the game when you see a 3-4 eagle look? This is tough to run triple or midline. My thoughts are to run zone dive and get the A back down on the mic. So B back versus a 3-4 eagle. I've drawn up a 3-4 eagle with what I think it's going to be. I've lost my pen. One moment. Let me see. Can I? Sometimes I get too tricky with technology and then I've lost my pen, which is never good. Come on, there we go. All right. Now that I have my pen back, don't know why that was so weird. And let's do this before there we go. All right. So I've drawn up a 3-4 eagle. When I hear 3-4 eagle, I'm thinking that there is going to be, you're going to have your center and your two guards covered. When I looked it up, these guys were on outside shades, so they were going to be in threes. That may not always be the case. If I'm getting this look, zone dive should still probably be a good play. However, you might have trouble getting to this backside backer because there's going to be a lot of junk happening here. So whereas this tackle would generally be, the offensive tackle would be able to take him, you're not going to be able to free up your guard. So what I would do against this, and they may play with their B-back or their backers, right, coming up to the line and doing different things. First thing I would look at is splits. If you can get those D linemen to widen out and create those natural seams, they're going to have to declare and decide whether they want to stay tight or if they're going to walk out with your O linemen. So if they walk out with your O linemen, spread them out a little bit further, and that's going to make running your plays a little bit easier. Especially, so just like zone dive with midline, if this guard has enough space to be able to veer up to the next level, it's going to make our lives a lot easier. So, there we go. So if I erase this, a few other things that I would do. So after splits, I would look into doing formations, right? How can we get them out of what they want or force them to play in a position or a formation that they don't really want to? First thing to check would be, right, over. See how they're going to play this. Are they going to have to bring this backer over? Are they going to bring a safety over? Are they going to flip the cornerback? If they do flip the cornerback, running away from the over is usually the best way to do it. Beyond that, if it's not going to be over, you can do trips, right? Run this A back over here and see how they're going to respond to that. And the last thing I would do, and whether you want to do this, you want to call it heavy, you want to call it tight, right? Show them a 3-man front. I'll mark this as a him for now. Right? One of these is going to force them to have to move their linemen, move their backers, and it's going to open up a seam. Now, whether that's an A gap seam, a B gap seam, it's up to the defense. But there's going to be something there. I would definitely force them to try to play something different than they're used to. If you wanted to get really tricky, right, run both of these receivers here. Make an unbalanced look, because that'll probably shift everyone over. As far as how do you keep the B back in the game, if you've heard me rant about this, generally I would say that you want your B back to be one of your best players. So obviously you want to get him the ball. If teams are taking that away via their formation or via their reads, the plays in your arsenal to guarantee that the B-back is going to get the ball. Zone dive, which we talked about. I think speed option might be a pretty good look here. If you can do, right, I would leave, depending on your rules, probably this guy unblocked, right? We can get a chip here and get this backer. A-back can arc like this, and you're just running straight at him, waiting for him to take quarterback. If he never takes quarterback, the quarterback should just keep running. If not, quick pitch to the B-back and get around the edge. Beyond that, you have down G. So if we move him in for intents and purposes, they might bring this backer down, but our basic rules are going to apply. We'll probably leave, again, this guy unblocked. We can go down. We can go down. We can kick him out. And your A-back is probably looking for safety. You might fold. You might influence. You could do a few different things there. B-toss is something that we don't generally run, but it's a lot like Rocket. And all the blocking should probably be the same. I've seen Navy recently is going to, if they're running B-toss a lot, they'll motion this A-back over here. And they'll just, pull around and block the outside like that. Quarterback reverse pivots, pitches it to the B-back. And it's almost just like an old school student body play. Again, your mileage may vary depending on your B-back. You may want him more between the tackles versus to the outside. But if you don't feature your B-back going to the alley outside often, it might be a good changeup. And the last thing we could do here, you could do a long trap. Trapping is going to be tough against the eagle, unless you're trapping again like this guy. And then it turns into similar to down G. So hopefully that helps. If you are looking for more help within the front, also when you send me questions, you can send me diagrams or huddle film, or really just about anything. So this works theoretically, but then again, your mileage may vary.